Hello everyone, Neil Green here. This video is for those of you who were unable to attend the stand-up meeting last night, which was very successful, and we shared a lot of great information. We're going to have many of those moving forward, so I encourage you to try and attend if your schedule will allow, so you're up to date on everything that's happening with the transition, and it's a lot of good news that I have to share, so I'm going to quickly go through a few of the highlights to get everybody up to speed. The biggest ticket item, the biggest thing that I wanted to share was that a test of academic proficiency, the TAP test, needs to be on file by August 1st for licensure track students transferring to NLU. There are several reasons for that. One being the earlier you take the test, the more time we have to prepare, and we know that the pass rates are not great as far as the first-time students, and this isn't just Kendall's. This is statewide. Students don't do very well in the first time, but luckily we have resources at NLU, which, by the way, I'm going to walk you through a few of them. They're the best resources I've seen in my search for Illinois TAP test prep. And there's really exciting news. The NLU leadership team secured these TAP test prep courses, and I'm going to send you this document. It's for Kendall College students only, and Mandy Brendel is the leader of the TAP prep course series, and what that means is these courses are offered for free through National Louis University, and they will get you prepared to pass the test. And some of the testimonials last night from a student who actually went to NLU and transferred to Kendall took these and passed the math portion of the TAP. So Mandy is great, and her team is really strong, and they will help you with the content you need to pass this exam. So we have that, and it's free. But you should also know that space is limited in terms of how many students they can handle, and this is an online course, by the way, if I didn't mention that, this TAP test prep. So you want to fill this out as soon as possible and get it to me, and then I will forward it along. And of course, we're waiting for NLU IDs for you, so you could put your social security number and fill this out as much as possible, and let me know what courses you want to take, whether it's math, reading, language arts, and then I will get you into that course. All right. So some of you may be saying, well, I don't know about TAP. Licensure was something that I wanted, but I'm not really sure. I have test anxiety. I don't have a lot of money to pay for the resources to help me pass the test, such as a tutor. Well, as I just mentioned, National Louis University has those free TAP prep courses available for you. So take advantage of that. And I want to start by going to the beginning on why I really believe that it's my duty to tell you and direct you to licensure. I think that if it's something you considered or even thought of in the past or on the fence about, have a conversation, take some time to do a little research on it, and really give it some hard thought as to going for it. And my reason for pushing students to licensure is, number one, salary. The salary for a K-2 teacher is around $50,000, whereas it's half or lower than that for a pre-K to infant and toddler teacher. Now, that's a social issue that we can't solve overnight. I want to dedicate myself to trying to solve that. I don't think it's fair. I think that needs to change, but for right now, that's the reality. So my recommendation would be for students to go to K-2. And there are reasons for that other than salary. Also, health benefits. Only about 1 in 4 daycares or centers offer healthcare benefits. So you're guaranteed those benefits if you teach in a K-2 setting. And also, K-2 teachers often have representation in the form of unions if you need it. A retirement plan is set up for you to kind of save so you can, retire. And there's mobility. The truth is, you may be teaching first grade for 10 or 15 years, and I've heard this several times throughout my career. And the principal may come up to you and say, well, we really need you to teach second grade. And you have a choice. You can either leave and go to another job, or you teach second grade. And a license offers you that mobility. So again, every one of us has our own unique situation and, our own motivations for school. But I would really urge you to consider or think about getting your teaching license. So now I talked about the test prep courses and how there's some limited availability or spots for those. So you want to fill out that form as soon as possible and get it back to me. And I do want to take you to the NLU site. So I'm going to show you some great resources, and I'm going to walk this through. This is, if you just simply Google NLU TAP, type it in, and this is the first thing that comes up. And I'm using Chrome. So here we go. There's a ton of resources here, and a chat. You can ask the librarian if you need it. But it goes through the TAP, and these are the courses that I'm talking about. It helps prepare you. But if you are unable to get in, it's not like you're left on an island all alone. Okay? There's access to a TAP test prep called the Longsdale. But for you, for the free guide, I would suggest going to the TAP resource guide. And from there, click on TAP, Test of Academic Proficiency. And it breaks down everything by the subtests. There are 4 subtests: reading, language arts, math, and writing. So what you can do, my suggestion is to click test prep and then take the full length diagnostic test. And once you do this, if you haven't taken the test before, this is great because it identifies, let's say, oh, my computer's going crazy. Sorry about that. But let's say that you take this diagnostic test, and then what happens is you have your answer sheet here, and I don't want it to scroll down like that again, but you have your answer sheet here. And not only do you get the answer, but you can mark it correct or incorrect, and then it tells you the standard. So for example, let's say you answer everything right except reading comprehension question 1, which is great, by the way. But let's say that you want to work on reading comprehension standard 1. So what does that mean? So, okay, I go back about the TAP to that page where I was, reading comprehension, and it breaks it down. There's standard 1. And all of these activities here will help you work through, let's say context clues is a problem for you. You don't know what it is. So you can click on this, and you have a worksheet to help you with that. And all it is practice, guys. And I'm not saying that I think that it's the wrong approach to practice for 3 or 4 hours a day. The approach that I would take, 15, 20 minutes here and there, maybe a problem a day if math is your weakness. It's all about identifying your weaknesses and trying, as far as the TAP is concerned, this test, and identifying those weaknesses and making a plan, a strategic plan to move forward to help you through it. I know this is a lot of information, but a lot of exciting things are happening. And I will end with the most exciting news, that the number one question that I received from students throughout this entire process was, will I be able to continue online? I am an online learner. I came to Kendall because of the flexibility of the online program. And I can tell you that the National Lewis leadership team for the ECE went to Springfield, and they were approved, which means that you will be able to continue online as always. My best advice for you about registering, there are a lot of details being worked through, but my best advice for you is continue as you normally would until notified otherwise. So register for your courses, stay on track, make sure you're getting your good grades. The best thing you can do to help yourself is continue to get good grades and stay on top of your work. So thank you guys, and please don't hesitate to call me or email me with more questions. And I know this is a lot, so take some time to digest all this. Thank you very much.